Hello everyone. My name is Cute Little Angel, and today we are sharing another video of each other. And it's been a while. It's been since last year. I very much apologize for all this. It's been quite an ordeal, an adventure, a disaster to get this video done and to get it to you guys. But finally, we are here. It is here, and I'm doing the thing that I wanted to do with this video. Channel, and that's making videos. Yeah. But we're finally here. It's finally here, and I'm taking this opportunity to do something I've been wanting to do for a while, which is share something about me that's very special, very important, that I wanted to share with you guys because I love you and I want to not hold anything from you guys. So today, for the subject of this piece, we are drawing Namine from Kingdom Hearts, my favorite character. Yay! She is my favorite character from my all-time favorite series, and for today's topic of the video, I'm going to gush about Kingdom Hearts for 20 minutes. It's gonna be great, I promise. I wanted for a very long time to get to talk to you guys about Kingdom Hearts because I thought it'd be a nice thing to learn about me and to share, and I just wanted to take this chance to talk about it since it's such a big part of my life and who I am as a person. But now that I've gotten all of that out of the way, I am ready to tell you all the stories of Kingdom Hearts in my life, starting with the first time it ever graced my eyeballs. So, the first time I ever saw Kingdom Hearts was when I was at my babysitter's house, who's my nana. Her grandson was playing Kingdom Hearts 1, and he was towards the end of the game going to fight a boss that is notably hard amongst the fandom. And when I walked in, my little cute tiny 6-year-old self, I walked in when he was going up the stairs to the boss battle area. So I never got any notion that this was going to be like a Disney-esque game besides Dawn and Goofy trailing behind the main character. I had none of that. So I just walked in, saw my Nana's grandson die like 1 or 2 times, and I was like, this looks dumb. As any bratty 6-year-old would whenever they felt like they are watching something boring. So I just walked out, and that's my first ever memory of Kingdom Hearts. Oh man, people are gonna joke about that against me later, I know it. But a little later, probably when I was I don't know, oh god, I don't remember what age I was, but Kingdom Hearts 2 commercials were on TV all the time because I was watching cartoons all the time. So all the time I saw these nice cutscenes, commercials of Kingdom Hearts 2, and I was like, whoa, Disney characters and anime characters, because I was getting into anime at the time. I was like, yo, I need this in my life. It looks so beautiful. It looks so perfect. So for Christmas, I asked for Kingdom Hearts 2 and a PlayStation. Why I needed my own PlayStation when my brothers had one already, you'll find out in a second. But on Christmas Day, I got both, and I was beyond the stars. I was so excited to just pour my life into this game and to see all the little Disney things that it had to offer me. I was beyond excited. I was beyond happy. As soon as I could, I went into my room, I plugged in the PlayStation, I got everything set up and ready, and lo and behold, I got the notification from the game that I had no memory card and I wouldn't be able to save the game without one. I was like, oh, I didn't know. This was my first game console, so when I was growing up, my brothers and I shared game consoles, so they always handled all the tech stuff about it. They would just like put on the game for me because I was too young to understand anything. So I didn't know I needed a memory card. So I cried for a little bit because I knew my mom was going to go and get one immediately. So I was like, no, I waited so long and now it's here, and it just ran away from my grasp. The chances they didn't exist to begin with. I wasn't going to be able to play. I was sad, I cried, and my brother had a memory card, but he wouldn't let me borrow it. So I was like, well, I guess I'll never play this game again. But I didn't let that stop me. No, little kid me was determined to play this game. So for the full year that I had my own PS2 with no memory card, I just played the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2 for I don't even know how many times I played it. I probably every day, maybe, I don't know. But that was like for a full year. So just imagine the infamous Kingdom Hearts 2 prologue and how everybody talks about it, how long and drawn out and kind of slow it is. Imagine just playing that for a year. Everybody else would go insane. I was already insane, so I love it. It's never bothered me. I have no problems playing the tutorial at all because I have fun with it a lot. I love it. I love my baby Roxas. Oh boy, it was just a good boy. He's been through so much. What a good boy. So yeah, that's a little point to content on how insane I am. I enjoy the Kingdom Hearts 2 intro. So that was how I could only play Kingdom Hearts for about a year, and somewhere in that year I lost the ability to play it on my PS2 because when my brother broke his own, he took mines from my room when I was at school, and being a little kid who was kind of slightly scared of my brothers, or her brothers, I never asked for it back. I mean, I tried, like sometimes I would go and get it back, but he would just come back and take it. So I was like, okay, I guess I just don't have a PS2 anymore either. So yeah, that was the first year of having Kingdom Hearts 2 in my life. I did get the chance to start playing it again when I got friends who also had PlayStations, but also didn't have memory cards. So the same situation of just being able to play like the beginning, like the beginning prologue, and then like one or two worlds after that. Same situation, just different house, basically. So I got them into Kingdom Hearts with me, and we would go over to their house every day, like the next year, after my brother broke my PlayStation. And that was how we spent a lot of our time, until one day I forgot the game at their house, and as soon as school was over, we raced back to their house, and I was on the hunt for it. I was like, I need this game back. It's my baby. I've never gotten to play it for real, so I can't lose it. Plus my mom will kill me. Like she'll literally kill me. So we were on the hunt for it for like an hour. I was starting to cry because I didn't know how to like cope with losing the game before I could even like beat it to completion, and also having to tell my mom I lost it. But eventually they took me to one of the rooms and they pulled it out of a drawer, and they were like, oh, that's where it was. I'm like, oh, that's where it was indeed. I never brought the game back to their house after that. I was too paranoid that that wasn't a coincidence. And yeah, it doesn't sound like a coincidence when you look back at it either anyway. But that was the first 2 years of me owning Kingdom Hearts 2. Basically that. I couldn't play it for those first 2 years at all. Until the fateful day my brother decided to give me his old PlayStation that he was replacing with a new one. And he was replacing it because he kind of sort of damaged it. And he, along with that, was also giving me the memory card he never let me borrow, because he also sort of broke that. What he did with that memory card was he broke the plastic casing for it. So it still worked, it just the casing was like feeble and like weak. But it still stuck together with tape, so I was like, that works for me. So I finally got to play Kingdom Hearts 2 after that, and it was a blast. I have no memories of the first playthrough at all. The reason why is because as soon as I beat it, which was a big accomplishment for me, I quickly started another playthrough. I don't remember how many playthroughs I have of Kingdom Hearts 2 specifically, because of that first 2 years just being a blur of the tutorial. But if I had to harbor a guess, it'd be like 8 playthroughs in total before years caught up with the game. But yeah, that's how I got to play. That's how my story of Kingdom Hearts 2 happened. It was a journey for me. I learned a lot about myself. Yeah. I actually learned a lot about myself with the game, more so than the journey. I'm just trying to be funny. And then I eventually got Kingdom Hearts 1, probably the Christmas after my brother gave me that PS2. And because I started with the more advanced version of the battle system before Kingdom Hearts 1, it was a lot easier for me. Don't at me. I didn't have a lot of trouble with some of the harder bosses because I dodged rolled everything. Don't at me. But yeah, it's not a big story with Kingdom Hearts 1. I didn't have to like go on an epic journey of waiting patiently to play it. I got to play it that same Christmas I got it. So that one's a lot easier of a story to digest and talk about. Yeah. But these 2 games, I still have them. Like I mentioned earlier, years have caught up with the games. Also, I did believe I said that the reason my brother gave me this PS2 was because he kind of like damaged it and he quickly just replaced it. That eventually became apparent to me one day when I realized it was damaging the games themselves. So along with age just catching up with the Kingdom Hearts 2 games, or the Kingdom Hearts games, the PS2 also damaged them, so I still have them and they still work. They just have like some little hiccups here and there, like some cutscenes don't get to play, I have to skip them, or I don't get the battle report at the end of either game. Yeah. But they're my babies and I still have them. They're over there. They're being nice and quiet. But that's the adventure of the first 2 Kingdom Hearts games I ever owned. The second game I got was Days, 358 Days Over 2. And that one made me cry. I'm sure as everybody who played it probably cried. It's not a game that I immediately replayed after I beat it, but the story, oh man, the story is beyond beautiful and sweet, and I love it as well as much as all the other games. Except Recoded. Recoded was my 4th game. I never owned a PSP, so I never got to play Rebirth. Rebirth what? Birth by Sleep. I don't even know where Rebirth came from. I never got to play Birth by Sleep when it came out. I could only like kind of sort of watch LPs of it on YouTube, but I never like stood still to watch them because I wanted to play them myself, so I never stuck around for LP to finish. So the next game I got to play was Recoded, and oh boy, I do not like Recoded. That was like the first ever game, or like one of the first ever games I ever came across that I actually had like felt like I was forcing myself to beat. The first one was Sonic 06. I never beat it. But I beat Recoded, and I just never had a lot of fun with Recoded. I don't consider it a really good game. But if you like it, I'm glad you do. I'm sure it's fun for you. I'm sorry I don't enjoy it. But, and then, 3D is fine. It's not too big. It was the first game I actually pre-ordered, so that's a big thing for me. And I'm sure I annoyed the hell out of my mother waiting for it, because I was really impatient whenever it came to Kingdom Hearts games and the release dates. I got them all on release day, but 3D is the first one I pre-ordered, first game I ever pre-ordered, so I was most excited for that. Most. And I lost the AR cards that came with it. I don't know where they are. I feel bad. But 'tis life. You know, I lose everything somewhere someday. But we finally get to the chance of talking about the wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 and how, man, it's been most of my life that I've been waiting for this game. I was in like my 10s when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, so I'm 21 now. I've been waiting for quite a while. As has everybody from the fandom. It's been a journey, guys. It's been a journey, but we're almost there. 2008. Here we are. It's going to happen. I have friends that tell me, oh, it's gonna get delayed again. You can't prove it. You can't, fuck. You can't make me feel like it's going to be delayed. I have confidence. It's gonna happen. I promise. And when it does, I'll cry, because during the E3 trailer, or E3? Was it E3? I don't remember anymore. During the trailer where they revealed the release window, I cried. I cried like a little baby. It was the most beautiful trailer I've ever seen in my life. I replayed it a bunch of times for like 2 weeks after it first revealed. I have a little comic of all the excitement I had when I was waiting for the trailer. It's a little cute thing, because it's super accurate. I was wearing every single Kingdom Hearts thing I had in my possession. My Kingdom Hearts hat, my sweatshirt, I was holding my Keyblade, my Shirafee plushie, my Heartless plushie. I had it all. I was ready. And it happened, and I cried. It was beautiful. So, here we are. We're almost there, guys. Don't worry. It's gonna happen. I promise. And if it doesn't, then I don't know. We'll just wait longer, because that's how Kingdom Hearts fans are. We just take it. We take it. We don't know how to say no. But yeah, we don't. That's actually a good segue. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts fans. At least for me, I took a very long time growing up to realize the flaws of Kingdom Hearts. Like, of course, when I was a kid, that's kind of understandable. You don't really get it like other people might, like older people at least. I'm sure some kids might have like saw some flaws, but when I was growing up with the games, I never really saw a lot of things that were problems. So things like the story being weird and gameplay was never a problem for me. I never like saw it as the game's fault. More so I saw it as mine, because I was a little kid and I didn't think I played video games well. In fact, one of the things that makes me the super Kingdom Hearts fan that I am is that I actually work with all like the plot holes and stuff that people point out, and I like make my own I make my own like explanations for them, and like I fill in the holes myself, because that's usually how I am with any kind of like media that has like a hole in it, because I never actually noticed them myself. So I fill in the plot holes myself, because I just think, okay, there's like a reason why they didn't like say a Heartless or something. I'm trying to make an example. Because in my head I would always think, okay, there's a reason why I need to think about this, right? So that's how I just thought all the Kingdom Hearts games were, so that's why I can like understand them in like a crazy sort of way. Like a lot of the crazier fans are. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts is a very special game to me. Growing up, for me when I finally got to play Kingdom Hearts 2, it became a big part of who I am today, because the friendship lessons that it had inside it were really important to me, because back then I didn't have a lot of friends. I grew up bullied by basically everyone. I didn't start getting friends until elementary, until 2nd grade, when I moved to where I live today. So it was like a friend to me, basically. You know, like watching all the characters interact with each other and how everybody cared about each other. I just kind of imagined myself with them, you know, and that's why it's so important to me, because it was a friend for me when I felt like I had none, because of all the characters and how much I loved them. It taught me lessons about friendship and caring about people that I just wasn't learning at the time, because it was kind of lonely. So that's a big reason why I hold Kingdom Hearts to such a high degree in my heart, because it just did something for me nothing else was doing at the time, and I really appreciate it for that, and all the messages of friendship that it has that are really good messages when you think about them. But that's all I can really say about Kingdom Hearts. We're near the end of this video, and I had a lot of fun talking about it with you guys. I hope it was a lot of fun to hear me be excited and, you know, share my stories of the adventures of what the heck I was going through when I was a kid. I hope it was at least entertaining enough to watch, or listen. But I nonetheless enjoyed talking about it with you guys, and I still have this problem where I don't feel confident about what I'm going to talk about during the video. So talking about Kingdom Hearts is such a big important thing to me. I thought this would be a nice thing for me to really get it into my brain that I'm entertaining you guys, so I'm sharing something about myself or my opinions, and that's what you guys are here for. So this has been a long video incoming, and the topic was important for many different reasons, so I'm glad I got to share that with you guys. And now I get to thank my lovely Patreons who support me, who make this all happen, who make me feel like this can be something that will work for me if I give it the time and love it deserves. I thank you guys so much, and if you want to be a Patreon, please feel free to look down in the description below for the link to it and see if you like the rewards I give. You might like them, and you might want to just be a part of the journey with me. Who knows? But I thank you nonetheless for watching the video. I love you all so much, and I'm so thankful that you took the time to watch this video. You took the time to be patient with me while I tried to get it out to you. I can't thank you guys enough for this opportunity to do what I really love, and that is to create art that makes people smile, and to share that with you guys, and to share a bit about myself so that you get to know me a bit more personally with every video that comes out. I'm so thankful for all of you, and I hope you all have a lovely day. I love you all, and see you next time. Bye bye.